Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? I'm sorry for the cover up, but it's 21 degrees out here and it's very cold. Celsius wise, I think that's 11 degrees below zero. So you could just imagine how cold that is. I know some of you can't imagine it because you've never been in a situation like that before, but it is really cold. And if it gets colder than that here, I'm probably going to shiver myself to death. But anyways, I'm in North Georgia and it snowed a couple of times yesterday. But I mean, it didn't stay on the ground. It was just snow flurries. And I'm doing well. I'm feeling well. I can't say that I've been sleeping the greatest as of late, but it's only because I'm busy doing many things at this time. I'm trying to get a lot of businesses together. I have 2 offers out there, and I'm looking really good at this moment, and I'm thanking God for each and everything that comes to me as of right now. It's very much a blessing, and I'm overwhelmed more than I can ever imagine. I'm very thankful, and I'm going to pay it back. Most of you don't know this. I don't know that I've told anybody, but when I came back from the Philippines, 2020 started, and I became homeless, and I lived with a lot of homeless people, and I met and talked with many of them, which I'm going to do in some of my videos. You're going to meet some of the homeless that I've met. I've met the good, and I've met the bad, and I've met the ugly. I mean, they're all out here. So I know them very well. And with me working with them, I'm looking to help them out because I know I needed the help and they also need it. And so that's going to be one of the main things that I'm going to work on, is helping the homeless people. But it's a never-ending thing, because when I first came out here on the scene, there were probably, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 20,000 homeless people out here. And with the pandemic going on, the state ended up helping a lot of them, putting them in rooms and apartments and this, that, and the other thing, and they are not on the street at this moment. However, a new crowd has showed up, and there's about 10, 15, 20,000 of them. So it's a never-ending thing where more and more people just keep coming out. And a lot of these people are getting kicked out of their apartments and that too. So some of the old ones are back. And the reason why they get kicked out is because they're on drugs or alcohol or something like that. And they get caught and then they get kicked out. So, excuse me. I just wanted to say that I'm very much along the line of helping the homeless people. And if you have in your heart to help homeless people, you could join with me in trying to help them. There's also people that consider themselves poor that I also could help and enlighten at this moment in time. I have a heart like that because I'm an empath. I qualify under 5 of the 8 empaths that exist, 2 of the most highest ones. I've dealt with 6 narcissists that I actually went with, one that I actually married, and I think they searched me out because I am an empath, and I don't know, they seek to destroy me instead of the other way around. And I'm very loving and giving, so my mom said a long time ago that I'm the type of person that would give the shirt off of my back, and I always have been that way. But sometimes in doing that, I've looked after other people more so than myself. And when I wasn't able to help people out, and I said I would try to, it hurt me even more than them, and they don't even realize that, because it really does hurt me to not be able to help people. I've always looked to help others, and it's true what my mom said. So anyways, I just wanted to put out there that I have a yearning, and I feel a need to help the people that I was with at one point in time. Some of them were protectors. They helped protect me in times of need. And some of them were just users. But all in all, most of them are pretty upstanding people. They just lost their way, and they became complacent, and they don't know where they're going, and they continue to stay in the same rut over and over again. I have a good friend of mine, his name is Jermaine. He's been in Atlanta since 85, and from 85 until right now, he may have had 3 to 5 years that he wasn't out on the street, and the rest of the time he's been out here. He doesn't tell anybody, and he goes to these dance clubs. He's half Jamaican and half black, and he said if I ask people, they'll never, in their closest dream, believe that he would be homeless, because he always changes his clothes, his shoes, and he doesn't look homeless, and he carries money around with him all the time, and he just doesn't appear to be homeless. And I've asked people before, what classifies a person to look homeless? I mean, you could look like you're going to church and be homeless. I mean, there is no true look in a homeless person. Now, if you're talking about a bum, yeah, there is bums that you can tell that they're homeless. But regular everyday people just don't dress up like a bum and never change their clothes and never take a shower and never shave and never do all the essential things that regular everyday people do. So therefore, how could you tell if they had lived outside or they live inside? You just really don't even know. Yet people get judged for it. Even if they're wearing dirty clothes, they're though, well, you're homeless, huh? Yeah, well, I know a lot of people that work and get dirty, and I mean, that's pretty much it. So I don't know that people can pass judgment on somebody because they're homeless, because I know people that live in a house but it doesn't belong to them, yet they're homeless because they don't own their own home. They just live in somebody else's home. So, you know, there's a lot of people out here that sleep in their cars. They sleep on people's couches. They sleep in people's garages. They sleep in people's living room. I mean, they just sleep wherever they can sleep. But technically, they're homeless because they don't own a home. Or they're not paying rent in an apartment or something of that nature. Me, I actually rent I guess you could call it a hotel. I rent a hotel out, and the guy that was talking about, Jermaine, him and I rented a hotel by the week. But if you break it down, it's the same as being homeless because I don't own my own home. So, anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. And my next video is going to have a lot to do with what I'm talking about here, but more in a sense of what can you do to help out your neighbor. And until next time, love yourself, love God, love each other. Bye.